Anything else in Ibiza?
Nah. Nothing that we can talk about.
Nothing.
None of you guys hooked up with a hook.
No. This is it, yeah. The last Impaulsive podcast in Encino on the set. Yeah, I didn't sell the house yet, but I'm going to. Yeah, the set's being taken down and stripped. The equipment's going with me to Puerto Rico. This will be probably the last time I'm in the house before it's sold, to be honest with you. And guess what? I don't want to say names, but LeBron James did just buy the house across the street. So the property value of this house just went sing. $10 million. Guys, welcome back to Impaulsive, the number one podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. Yeah, it is sad. We've been talking about it at the end of an era, but Mike and I just got back from Spain, and we're kind of stationed here for a couple days before I catch a ride on my friend Chase's jet to Puerto Rico. Me and Quinn are going to go back for, I think, until Jake's fight on August 28th? 29th in Cleveland, which is going to be awesome. But my last 50 days have been absolutely horrendous on my body, to say the least. I've been vocal about it, but I'm so happy it's finally coming to an end, bro. Like,
Is it though?
Besides tonight?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Because every time I feel like it's coming to an end, all of a sudden there's another dinner.
Oh no!
I even tried to pry you to Mexico Cabo tomorrow for even more.
You're a dirty dog, Mike.
Dude, honestly, these trips are they're helping to readjust my serotonin levels. Because you never know what to expect. You never know what's going to happen. And I feel like every time I'm in Los Angeles, I know exactly, like, Tuesday, this is happening. Wednesday. But, bro, I don't even know how much of it we're going to be able to talk about today. But we seen some shit.
It's crazy because for the first time ever on one of our trips, there's more things that we cannot talk about publicly than the things we can talk about.
Troubling.
Unreal. Like, I can't even give a hint to what we saw and did, but just know stuff went down. If I ever read a book, it's gonna be explicit, graphic, and you hear about these stories that we can't talk about now. But we do have some stories from our travels
That we could speak about.
Well, where do we go first and foremost?
Hi, Georgie, by the way.
Good to see you. Striped
Good to see
shirt.
you, Georgie.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. After the comments on the last episode, they love George, bro.
Holy cow.
Thanks for having me back on, brother.
Is this episode's airing after that one?
Yeah.
Big shoes to fill.
I guess it's probably got to air after that one, since that one already aired and all.
Well, I didn't know because we have some locked in way. Yeah. Wow. Damn. I'm not gonna lie. I got so much love on that.
Yeah.
You know what? It's so funny. I went shopping today, and the dude, he's like, by the way, loved you in Sidemen video. I was like, are you fucking? Are you serious?
Dude,
Britain's popping, bro.
Oh, popping on crazy levels. So many views. Y'all, between the Sidemen fishing video and the Impaulsive, you guys got 15-20 million views.
The KSI podcast is on its way to number one.
Most viewed.
It'll be number one.
Crazy.
I absolutely cannot believe it. I knew it was going to fly. We talked about it. I did not expect it to go crazy. I think it's because the contents within the podcast, if I do say so myself, are amazing. Like we had such good conversation, and then obviously you crushed it with your timing, knowing when to interrupt and kind of break up the monotony and bring in the jokes and keep the conversation going. And bro, people are freaking out about your performance on that podcast.
I read a comment that made me feel so good about myself, and I was just like, I have to share this. This is so nice. Because I really felt that way when I sat in between you guys, dude. I was the most stressed. I was like, man, everybody's gonna see this, and if I fuck up right now, you're an idiot. You can't fuck up. And it was the same exact feeling that I felt when 6ix9ine came, because it was the first time that I was. Remember, you guys were even thinking yo, should we have him on? Should we not? So I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, this is all of London, and then this is all of America. And I was like, and I'm right in the fucking middle, like a Middle Eastern. So I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do here. And I read this comment, and he goes, George Janko was like Bruno Mars at the halftime of the Super Bowl. We all came to watch the event, but we actually really liked the performance too. And I was like, fuck yeah, what a compliment. I'm short like Bruno, and I could dance like Bruno. So I took that shit. But yeah, no, it was really exciting, and I grew like 100,000 followers after that video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
which
guys
was
crushed that shit,
which was
bro.
fucking incredible because I was just on my way to be relevant again, and then just right before it happened, they were like, "Oh, by the way, that George guy's funny," and I was like, "Sick, nice."
I played a online poker game yesterday with some of the boys, including Beast and Ninja. Ninja cleaned up. Ninja won. Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
I had to send him $20,000. It's no problem.
Sounds like a problem.
Good. Well, it's a problem because he's the most rich out of all of us, I think. And
And he
won.
just cashed out on you guys.
He took our money. Nah, he won fair and square. But Beast was laughing at us because he's like, "Damn, you were collabing with the Sidemen, and all you guys did was go fishing." He's like, he goes, "If you would have asked me, I would have given you a video that got 100 million views." Like he was on like optimizing mode because no matter what I think we did in the UK, whatever that crossover looked like was gonna go to the moon. And
It was weird that we went fishing.
dude, come on, bro. I'm from Ohio. We got to go fishing. I was in my element. I was drinking vodka.
I think that was the first time I was on the boat. That was like legal. Like I wasn't getting to the country. Like this was like a very weird thing to me. And what the fuck happened? How did we not catch a fish?
No, we didn't in the middle. I don't know, bro. But look. It's not about fish today.
It's about your guys' trip to
Well, it could be about mahi
Spain.
mahi. It can't be about mahi mahi, can it?
I don't know. We got to fly in a G5 on the way to Spain. It's like a $250,000 flight. Very nice. What?
I just
I
want
didn't
to.
suck
I
a
just
dick.
want
I
to.
didn't suck
I just
one
want to know
dick.
which
I
one of you
didn't
sucked the
suck a
dick.
dick.
One of you guys sucked the dick.
sucked a dick.
One of you sucked the dick. There's no fucking way. It's like looking at an Instagram girl and she's in Ibiza
No.
by herself, only posting her meals and the beach. Bitch, who you there with?
No, not one dick was sucked by me.
By the way, I just. Why is he staring at you like that?
What? Oh, I didn't even notice. I was looking at my notes. This was a business thing.
Oh,
we
so
were there to
it's a
discuss-
dick write-off.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Okay.
We were there to discuss potential future upcoming business.
I've never done business like that, brother.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened on this
No,
trip?
listen.
What happened
Look,
on this
we
trip?
arrive at 2 a.m.
Okay.
And this property is like my ranch, but on steroids. You know the road to get into the ranch, how it's like desolate, and you're like, oh, I'm probably gonna die on this road.
Yeah.
It's like that, but longer and bigger, and like we didn't know exactly where we were going, but we got to this castle, which is where we ended up staying. That was like built by the Romans or some shit, and everything you can see is opulent perfection, like beautiful Spanish taste, and the cuisine and the people, everything was like set up for us, and it was truly one of the warmest welcomes we've ever got. And the second night,
Let's just skip over the first one.
Yeah. Whoa. What happened? Whoa.
Bro, again,
just
I
one
can't
more.
say straight.
No,
Okay,
just
so you're
one
telling
more.
me was it fun or was it scary? Just paint a picture.
A little
for me.
bit of both. Just one more piece of warm up for it. When he talks about size, 8,000 plus acres. Okay, so we're talking about the largest single owned property in all of Europe.
That's a huge thing that you did not
So
mention.
yeah, so like there are royals, there are other people in Europe that don't have property of this size. I mean, it had its own restaurants and banquet halls. It had bullfighting arenas.
Wait. He has his own area of entertainment.
everything.
And
Brother,
you failed
brother.
to mention. You compared this to your ranch.
I said on steroids.
On steroids.
Yeah, but there's no entertainment
Okay,
besides
on
GP
acid.
when he's on acid. Thank you.
Jimmy doesn't do acid.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, so carry on. There's
first
places
century
beautiful.
Roman cathedrals.
Every animal you can
pool-
imagine lived on this safari of
Giraffe.
a property. Yeah, except that
You mean the long-necked horse?
I won the game.
it's native to Africa, so that's the only
It's the
thing.
wrong continent.
Rams, deers, antelopes, coyotes, boars.
Antelopist. Well, I feel like they're the most annoying one out of all of them.
No. They're cool. Everything there was beautiful. And yeah, unless something significant happened the first night that you can talk about.
Well, we got there the first night at like 3 a.m. and the first thing that I noticed about Spain, for anybody who's been there before, and I had never been, they start very late. And so we arrived at the house around 2:30 or 3 a.m. and they were like, "We've been waiting for you," and threw a massive party the first night from 3 a.m. And by the way, like it didn't end at 6. It keeps going and going, and like I wanted to go to sleep at some point. And at 9 a.m., these guys are still Spain, Madrid.
mind you, fam, this property's in the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't know, to get shuttled out there from Madrid is like an hour trip.
Correct.
And so when you're there, you're there. You know, and Europe in general goes late, which we aren't used to. But at 9 a.m., like, the employees at this place are off.
Yeah, they just got off serving
And
all
so-
night, so then they pick up. And one other quick note too, probably 22 to 25 bedrooms at this place. Our crew in one wing, and then they took the liberty of inviting a ton of girls for the other wing. So there's probably 10 bedrooms with very beautiful, nice.
Talk about
women.
a wingman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shake
bro.
my fucking hand.
Nice.
Yeah, no, they're not prostitutes.
No, not at all.
I know what you're thinking. No,
But they're not.
They're not.
So let me get this straight. They're not prostitutes.
They're not.
There's a sugar daddy. You need to be shuttled an hour and a half to a castle.
When
and
I-
there's restaurants and bulls flying around. But these girls, not prostitutes.
No, they
That's
actually
right.
weren't. They actually weren't.
That's right.
No, they were just there just to hang out.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Also, what happens if you guys got injured? Where's the nearest hospital?
I think he has a hospital on premises.
Shut the
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Because
Up.
why would you not?
Why would you not? Hundreds of doctors.
Thousands even.
Their own orthopedic
So
wing.
look, the second day, he took us to this this bullfighting ceremony, and
Just want to say, by the way, shame on both of you guys for entertaining that idea. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
no,
how dare you insult and
Just
offend
kidding.
deep-rooted Spanish culture?
Their culture ends with killing the bulls.
George, I was there.
No, they didn't.
Georgie, I saw it all. I saw it all.
They did it full out.
One thing I won't do is deny culture. And when I'm invited to a prestigious ceremony like this in a family where it means a lot to them, I like that experience for me to observe. And so they invited us to the ceremony. I was like, sure, I don't know what to expect. Bro, I see Matador. I'm like, ole, right? They move the carpet and the bull goes and the carpet. Whatever they're holding. And so the one kid there, he's like this up and coming bullfighter, right? And these kids are kind of like superstars. They're the boxers of Spain, and because bullfighting is fucking dangerous, man.
Bullshit.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
It is though. You lose your life in a second. This kid had his thigh torn up. He showed me the scar like from his knee.
And he's
to his
still
upper-
doing it?
Yeah.
At what
they're
point
They're
do you
insane,
stop?
bro. So look, this kid. One of the best looking kids I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And they told me he was gonna.
This trip is getting a little sus. Now I'm starting to realize why they can't talk about shit.
They told me he's like the town bullfighter, and this particular night he was a little nervous because the ring was smaller, and the bull was bigger, and so before the ceremony started.
Sounds like a terrible situation.
Yeah, I know. And so I'm like, holy shit, dude! Like this kid's actually in danger. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, all right, flyer. So
Well, thank God you have a hospital there.
I already know what you're about to say.
Just shut the fuck up, George.
Just saying.
Stop interrupting me.
Okay, sorry.
No, for real. Like, just let me say one
I
sentence.
didn't want you to say it.
I'm
I
trying to
feel like
drag
you
on the
just-
stories that you guys can talk about.
Oh, it's fine.
It's supposed to be here for an hour. You can only talk about two things.
So look,
God.
this fucking sexy matador, before he fights this bull, he looks at me. There's like a little crowd, right? And we're all watching from the stands. He looks at me. He tells me in Spanish, of course. He's like, yeah, bullfighting is incredibly dangerous. This runs deep in our culture. This is how the ceremony goes. And he's like making jokes. And bro, I'm looking at this dude in the face. I'm like, fuck, am I falling in love? Like, he's beautiful. He single-handedly selected me to like tell me this. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm not.
He had such tight pants.
His pants were so tight, bro.
So tight
So
and a
look,
pink shirt.
I could not believe the moves this guy was doing with this bull. Watching this in real life is fucking insane. This bull is 800 pounds. The horns are getting this close to his leg. He's like spinning and stuff, and so he's tiring this bull out. And bro, eventually he gets to the point where this dude is kneeling down face to face with this bull. Face to face with this bull, like, ah. And he looks at me and he like winks, and I'm like, oh my God. And he said one time in the ceremony, he goes, hey, he misses, he goes, hey, he hits harder than Mayweather, no? And I'm like, this kid, like, he chose me that day to want to impress, and I was honored. But then the end of the ceremony, as you may or may not know, these ceremonies end with the bull fighter killing the bull. That's like the shtick. And they eat the bull for the meat and stuff. And this is where it gets a little controversial. I don't know how even much this is accepted in Spain. And I know the pro-animal organizations pretty much everywhere else in the world are like definitely against this. But yeah, we watched this dude take the bull's life, and by the way, they're going to use the bull for meat to literally feed their family. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by SeatGeek, the best sponsor in the game. Live events are finally back, and I'm excited. SeatGeek is the absolute best place to buy the tickets. As you can see, we got the app here, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, concerts, MMA, festivals. SeatGeek puts tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying simple, and they rate every ticket from 0 to 10 to make sure you're getting a good deal. Green means good, red means bad. Very simple, very awesome. I've got the hookup for y'all. Use code Logan for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with the promo code Logan. And make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. SeatGeek, we love you. Thank you. Back to the program.
But the way that it was described to us was these bullfighters are like rock stars, basically. And I don't know if that's still the case, but at one point they were like the rock stars of Spain.
Well, it's very impressive. Like, you didn't see it, but you know, these guys are literally risking their life to entertain.
But are they? But are they though?
Bro,
because here's why.
Has anyone ever died in it?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So then, yeah.
Yes, but what I'm saying is this, and I talked to one of the guys from our security team about this after we walked out. The thing to me that I guess bothers me a little bit is these bulls are trained from their youth, because they later brought on a smaller bull to run around, a calf, I guess, or something like that, to run around and learn what it's like to run through the flag, right? And so they're trained to just continuously run through this flag. It's very systematic. It's not like you're facing some sort of wild beast that, and I'm not saying they can't deviate from that strategy, but they are very much corralled into the training of running through this flag.
See, I was told quite literally the exact opposite. You can only run a bull one time because then they learn. I was told the exact.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They can only do the ole. I don't know what it's called.
Oh, like they learn to not do it, and then they'll charge at you.
Yeah, that's where they make mistakes.
Got it.
Like these big bulls only do this shit one time because eventually
yeah.
they learn. And because, bro, I mean, I was watching and like I get it, like it's a bull, but at what point are you like, okay, that guy's moving that flag? Like I'm gonna go for the guy now.
Right.
This is just simple logic, you
Right.
know? Like, why can't these bulls understand that?
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they brought the little bull in after, and my Instagram, that was the one I was jumping over. Little bull's okay. I will say, I was stoned out of my fucking gourd for that, high as a fucking kite. They're like, "Yo, you want to do this?" I was like, "Okay," and I can't believe I did it. Doing that high was quite the experience.
That IG story of you jumping a bull, you were intoxicated?
A flying split.
Stoned out of my gourd. Yeah. But it was an experience, to say the least. And I was glad I got to witness it, you know? Again, culture fascinates me. I'm always trying to just like download how everyone lives life and celebrates it differently. And it was cool to me, although a bit gruesome. But you know, I can handle it. It was cool to me.
There was also this the kind of like the mom of this place that was like this very she was like the matriarch of the entire kingdom there. Yeah. And when they first told us that they were gonna do this bullfighting situation or scenario, they were like, but we're not gonna kill the bull because we're Americans. And I think they assumed like, okay, these guys don't want to see that happen, right?
Yeah.
And so when they first entered the ring, we were all sitting in these bleachers, all the girls, all of us, and kind of the family of the person that owns this massive property. And the guy says, screams out, he's like, "Not going to kill the bull, right?" And we all looked, and I was just like, nah, because, you know, we're just here to have a good time or whatever. And she stood up. She was like, "You will kill that fucking bull. You will kill that bull like you have for thousands of years." I was like, God dang, bro. Like, I was not going to fucking cross this.
Bull
Like,
never
she was,
stood a
like,
chance.
straight up, like, on some shit.
She was
because,
serious about this bull dying.
Like, they take it very seriously. To his point, it is.
Well,
listen,
they eat the meat, bro. It's what
yeah.
they eat. It's
Yeah.
how they,
Did you guys eat it?
Nah, what you do is you have the week prior's kill is what you eat the week of. So basically,
So was
it's,
it good
It's
or was
butchered.
it-
It's cured. I don't even think we didn't even eat it. We didn't even eat it. We had whatever else. But yeah, I mean, to his point, it is very ceremonial. It's very a huge tradition there, and so like people can have their thoughts on it, their beliefs on it. But I believe so society's beliefs on certain traditions and cultures stop at the border, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? So like people's thoughts here in America or in England or whatever on certain aspects of cultures that exist outside of their country don't really affect those traditions and social norms within the country. You know what I'm saying? And so like it was
100%.
just not something for me. I don't know. I'm a meat eater, obviously, but I guess there's something about it.
They kept saying that the amount of time that it takes to kill the bull or for the bull to die is actually less than those that are in factory farming.
That sounds,
the way you looked.
That sounds like one of them trying to justify, because we know what the factory farming kill looks like, and it's a straight shot to the head, one shot death.
Is that true though?
Yeah, and as much shit as comes out about factory farming and about the slaughter of cattle in America, I think a lot of it is played up, and I think the majority of the industry follows specific guidelines and has pretty quick deaths for the animals. Yeah. I'm not saying there's not horror stories, because there definitely are, but wow, this is has really turned into a dark topic.
No, the only thing I'm thinking about is like, if this is what you guys can talk about, what in the fuck were you guys doing?
You have no idea, fam. You have no idea, and it's a damn shame. But I can tell you one story.
Okay. This is I fell in love face. Did you find that?
You called it,
bro. Every fucking trip,
it's gotten to a point.
You're
where
like a cheesy Lisa McGuire show, bro.
I love her. She's beautiful.
What do you call her?
Mi esposa.
Mi esposa.
Mi esposa.
It means my wife. I learned one sentence of Spanish just for this girl.
Donde está mi esposa?
Donde está mi esposa? Became the battle cry of my trip. Where is my wife? Because at this bullfighting ceremony, I'm sitting there and I look to my left and there's a beautiful little mamacita sitting there, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna go jump this bull for 1 sec, but I'll catch up with y'all later. And there was three of them, three girls from Venezuela. And later that night, I'm feeling good. You know, the vibes are flowing. The food's good. The drink's even better. And so I start talking to these girls from Venezuela, and I realize the one that I am attracted to speaks no English. Her friends do, but this one spoke no English. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting. Like, how do I hit on a girl who does not speak my language? Now, I don't know if in general you've ever had to deal with a language barrier, but it is one of the most difficult, frustrating things in the world. But still, they speak broken English. I'm telling you, not a lick of English. I got her to say, one point in the night when we were both like kind of tipsy, I was like kind of trying to get some English out of her, and I said, "How are you?" And she said, "Fine."
Wow, slow down, champ.
Fine.
Between her and the bull rider, which one did you go home with?
So, yeah, I ended up having to communicate with this girl with pretty much just our body language and eyes. And
I would love to be there.
I know this sounds ridiculous, bro, but
give us an example. If she was here right now, this camera's her. What would you say to her?
I don't know, because I've heard stories like this about, like, you know, you have that one friend who's like, yeah, my mom met my dad. I don't know why he's from Texas.
Yeah, my mom met my dad.
My mom met my dad, and my dad didn't speak any English, right? And so that was this. And occasionally we'd whip out Google Translate and try to go back and forth, but I liken it to this, bro. What's understood doesn't need to be said. Like, I don't know, we just got each other. It's so weird. I know how this sounds, but she like understood me and I understood her, and I ended up falling in love and finding an esposa.
Everything about this trip went exactly as it always does. Everything. Bro, it took within 2 nights of being there, he came up to me and he said the words he has uttered so many times. I love her. I love her. That's what he said. I said, brother, you have said that to me so many. I can't even begin to count how many fucking times you've said that to me. Now, meanwhile, I'd scoped my own esposa.
Oh my god, bro! Did she speak
English? She did speak a little bit of English, but we had looked at the girls that were frequenting the pool and the club areas. And there was this one beautiful one that had this butterfly tattoo on her upper thigh. And Logan said, if you're going for one, that's the one.
I said that because I didn't think he'd be able to do it because it was impossible. She's the only sober person at this party, not to mention she's been abstinent for a year
Celibate.
and a half.
For 18 months. But where there's a will, when it comes to me and women, there's a way. And I'll find it.
Hey, you guys are that dude in like high school. They're like, no, dude, I swear she having sex with nobody, bro. Like, no. Like,
yeah, by the way,
she
we don't
just,
know.
Just the rich guy brought her from like, she doesn't even speak a lick of English, but she can lick other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I swear. She looked me in the eye. She said only 4 guys she ever been with, bro. 4.
Yeah.
Just raised 5 fingers up. Nah, dude. This one's her cousin. Doesn't count. She doesn't like to talk about it.
This girl seemed like a really good girl.
No, she was great. She was fantastic.
Imagine
we talked about
this, bro.
We talked about the
Wait,
Twilight
by the way,
Zone.
how did that conversation even go up? Like, so, like, you like me? She's like, yeah, but I haven't fucked in 1 year.
No,
8 months.
Nah. It was much more fluid than that.
Yeah, they were
and by the way, like I actually do believe you're absolutely right, and a lot of times it's not true, but I actually do believe her. She was a sweetheart. We talked about the Twilight Zone. She also made a lot of really dark jokes. If you're out there and you're a girl and you make really dark jokes around me, like that's like my thing. Like she was talking about like toaster ovens. Actually,
also,
like,
if you're out there and you're a girl and it's dark, like go
use
inside.
humor.
Well, no, because it's dangerous probably.
Hey, could you like shut the fuck up? Could you like not interrupt him, please, for your shit joke? Thank you so much, bro.
No, there's really no story there. She was just a really.
I'll tell you what the story is.
Yeah.
Imagine you haven't had sex in a year and a half. You're sober, no drugs. You got a good head on your shoulders, and your life's making its way up.
Don't say that.
And you have sex with a drug addict.
I knew
That's your comeback.
And
You're gonna fuck
in
Mike,
recovery.
man.
I am in recovery. How many times are you gonna say it? How many times are you gonna say it before the narrative changes around me and good-looking women, Logan?
I'll change the narrative right now.
No, we've been down this path so many times.
You are a
now.
smart man who's wrote a book, is very tall, very good looking. You're very successful, fought a boxer. But I hate to break it to you, this is what really happened. The rich guy's like, you, number 1, number 2, come here, look at their Instagram, okay? He fought Mayweather, he wrote a book about drugs. You fuck him, you lick him, okay?
That's not true.
Bull rider guy, if he wants to go different way, you jump the bull and then jump on him. Understood? All right,
not
get back in the
true.
kitchen.
Why is he from the Middle East?
It's the only accent that I know.
No,
Nah,
bro,
bro.
these were great girls. And his Mi Esposa, I mean, the way it's funny because the way he describes everything is so different than what my situations always look like. It's got this very romantic vibe. They like look at each other and she says things like he'll go to sleep and she'll send him a video like 4 hours later like, I miss you. I miss you.
It's romantic.
And then he described their, I don't know if this goes in or not, but we'll say it. He described their like lovemaking moment where they like entered this like villa of a room and like somehow, by the way, there's like candles lit, rose petals. I don't think any of that actually happened, but she did like that quintessential movie robe drop.
I couldn't believe
where
it.
the silk robe
Fam.
drops off her shoulders and shit like that.
Because look, we're standing outside, bro, and like this was on the second day. The first night we didn't hook up because like we're like, okay, we don't want to rush things, like straight up. We translated that on Google Translate, of course.
I don't want to rush things straight up. What does that translate as?
And so the second night, yeah, we walked in. It was the famous robe drop because we were standing on the terrace, and all of a sudden, I look at my Google Translate, and there's a message that says, "I want to make love to you so badly," and I'm like, and then, right,
Logan's in the bedroom like, come on, hole, get in the bedroom, get in the bed, hole, just like, he's naked up, he's like, come on, he's like, get to it, come on.
No, she initiated, which is awesome. Also a girl who can really grab the bull by the horns.
No pun intended.
So you're telling
It's
me
fantastic.
this virgin girl,
No,
Mine
that
was
was
not.
mine.
she's the one that started it?
No, that
First
was
off,
mine.
neither were virgins. Second off, that was his.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, it's like 2 a.m. right? The night has still 6 hours left. I'm like, oh, cool. Like that's awesome, right? I'd like to do that as well. And then she points at, she's like, and I'm like, oh, fuck, like right now, okay, sure.
What did she point at?
Just like she went like now.
Oh.
I want to love you now.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
like, all right, sure. And so like I just like, I don't know, the straightforward, candid nature of this woman is something I like, was so attractive to me. Like, obviously, anytime you have a man or a woman who's confident, in what they do and what they say, it's incredibly attractive. This was unfamiliar, man.
I think it's another part of their culture.
I think it has to be.
The Spanish are very passionate people. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Say it with us.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew is making waves and bringing more confidence to the bedroom by offering chewable tablets that can help men get stronger and longer lasting erections. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets help men achieve harder, stronger erections to combat all forms of ED. Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And it ships right to your door in a discreet package. Process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers. And once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part? It's all done online. Don't like swallowing pills? No problems here. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Logan at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BLUECHEW.com. Promo code Logan to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this very podcast. Back to the show. And like, I don't know how much further we're going with like sex and stuff, but it spilled over into the business that we were there to do as well. Once again, we'll just say it and see what happens. But after 3 days of dining off the fat of the land, spending our time with beautiful Spanish women, by the way, also, we won't even get into this, floating down a lazy river that exists on
Whoa,
yep.
That's your thing.
I know.
Yeah.
Why aren't you talking about it?
This dude pulled out all stops to make sure that everything that we, because I don't have
Everything
to.
was taken care of, man.
This is
Wow.
not my show, as you guys have learned about me. I don't like to
By the way,
sabotage things.
Very impressed working on yourself. Very proud
You
of
like
you.
that? You can watch on the night shift. There's a plug.
We were primed, man. We were buttered up.
So we were buttered. so we were
Everything we
buttered up.
wanted.
He had eaten so much. We had eaten so much meat and just
Fine meats, Georgie.
and had so much meat of ours eaten.
If I hear you guys talking about meat one more time, just get to the point. What did the dude do?
So we get into the business segment of the evening, and the plan is laid before us, and it basically ends up being something along the lines of, if you agree to this deal, you shall never want for nothing ever again. Your life and
Bring my Middle Eastern guy
your
back to the
life
table.
and the life of your families will be grand forever.
You're set for life.
Set for life,
Oh, this
motherfuckers.
dude dead ass looked you guys in your eyes and said you're
Listen,
set for
bro,
life?
Yes.
What the fuck was it?
Okay, here's the problem.
Oh,
There's no deal points. There's no like, yo, these are the deliverables. Here's what you guys are getting paid. It was very Spanish in nature, and which is basically like, yo, I fuck with you guys. If you fuck with me, let's make money. So he looked at me after laying out this plan, and he said, Mike, are you in? And I said, and he looked at Tav. He said, Tav, are you in? And Tav said, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm in right now. Quit everything I do in LA. I'm in.
what a ride or die, huh?
Yeah.
This
Sorry.
guy's like, fuck Face Clan. Are you kidding? Already a legal lawsuit. I'm jumping ship. Hey, Mike, how did you do it? So Logan left and then you just jumped onto the other boat. All right, we'll do it right now.
And then he looked at Logan. He said, Logan, I've spent my time with you. You've met the women of Spain.
Why is he whispering?
He said,
Because it's serious.
do I have your full and utmost agreement
Oh, no.
that we will do business?
Oh, no.
And are you in? And Logan said, nah, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm purely undecided. And it was just like the room was like this. Everybody looked at each other like this, like alarms started to go. The Spanish military came out. Bro, Tom and I looked at each other, and the dude went like this. The dude went like this. He went like this, like in his facial expression. He said, I have never. You come into my home. But he didn't say that. He said, shook our hands and walked out. And I said, wow.
Wait, he never said anything to you guys?
No, he did after, but in that moment it was.
He was pissed.
No, he wasn't pissed. I think he just was expecting. So I went into business mode. I should say this as well. I went into business mode after Logan said no, and I said, sir, no disrespect. We are so appreciative of the love and hospitality that you've showed us. The way we do things in America is much more. I said we're more deal-driven individuals. We like to understand very specifically what exactly we're getting into and what the output looks like for us. And he understood it. But let me tell you this, brother. and a final note and a movement into the next leg of the journey. We flew to Spain from Miami on a G5 executive jet. It is one of the nicest jets on the planet. We flew from Madrid to Ibiza in a toboggan.
It was a
with
tinfoil
wings.
tube, fam.
A fucking Pine Car Derby car that flew off one of the jumps on the track, grew wings, and we were on it. Stuffed in like a fucking taco.
This close to the
with
ground.
a security guard that was...
Stop it.
Bro, this is the smallest fucking rickety jet I've ever been on in my life. And here I am complaining about being on a private jet,
Yeah.
which makes me a fucking bitch. But I will say,
So basically, you
this
pulled
time-
the cards.
He said like this. You're not sure? Okay. Be not sure on a hovercraft. Be not sure on a flying burrito.
like we were supposed to leave in the G5, you know, with him and go to Ibiza, get the yacht, go crazy. And I think he was just a little bummed out.
You know what it felt like? It felt like, remember when you were kids and you'd like go out with your homies and that you were best friends and you'd all like stand around in a circle and like look at each other and be like, no matter what happens, brothers forever.
Yeah,
And everybody would go
exactly,
like
yeah.
that. That's what it felt like, which by the way, I'm down for, because I'm older man and like I see what this motherfucker's capable of. So like I'm down for it. He was just like, yo, are you down to take over the world? And I was like, wait, we're taking over the world? Hell yeah, bro. But then when I saw my homie was like on the fence about it, I was like, shit, like we got to fix this up. Now just Top just lives at that house. He left, dude. Yeah. He's gone.
Is he still there?
Nah, he's not.
Oh my God! Just imagine Tav is like just sitting there, just speaking no English to anybody.
So then we went to Ibiza.
That's a pretty crazy trip. Is it still going?
Oh, that's just the first 3 days, brother.
Wow.
But and also that's in a nutshell. That's like some of the stuff that we can't talk about. Then we went to Ibiza on a flying toboggan, landed in the island of Ibiza, which I have to say, by the way, I like sitting like this. It makes me feel more relaxed
Couch
and comfortable.
vibes are
Yeah,
cool.
couch vibes.
Yeah.
We went to Ibiza, and I just want to say really quickly, my whole life I was trained to believe that Bora Bora and some of these other places were untouchable and some of the most beautiful places on earth, which they are. Ibiza, the island of Ibiza, and even more so the island of Formentera,
Yeah.
is that how you pronounce it?
I think so.
Were probably some of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my entire life. Clear water from 5 feet, you could see directly to the bottom. Caves that you could explore. Just a really, really cool vibe of hyper affluent individuals gathered together to have a good time.
And prostitutes.
Yes. So I think we can get right into that. Mahi mahi.
Wait, are you guys being serious? There was prostitutes.
Everyone.
Everyone?
Every
That's the problem, George.
single person in Ibiza, including myself, was a prostitute.
Let me explain this to you, George.
I'm very confused on this.
George, let me explain this. We went to a restaurant called Cipriani. We sat there with some of our friends from Spain, eating more meat and cheese. We look around, and Logan had identified a couple very, very pretty girls.
Granted, not for me because of mi esposa, but we were with a
Was
group
she
of
still
guys.
on this trip with you?
No, she was
No,
back in
no,
Madrid,
we
just
left her.
waiting for Logan.
We left her in Spain.
So these were 20s, George.
I'm working on getting her passport. She coming to Puerto Rico. Mi esposa.
Don't esta. 20s, George. 20 out of 10. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, they're
These
20s.
These two girls are very
Stunning.
20 out of 10?
Yep. Every girl.
Wait. Stop.
No, don't
20
worry.
out of 10, and you chose the girl that doesn't speak a lick of English?
No,
Hold
brother,
on.
it's a
This
different
is
island.
different country,
Come
fam.
on, George.
So I'm
keep
saying,
up.
why are you not?
Same country, different island, fam.
What the hell's going on here?
I'm very confused.
All right, so we're at
So we traveled.
No, I get it, but why didn't you go after the 20 out of 10s? Because you really were obsessed with that one girl?
No. Our group did. Our group did.
our group did. He didn't.
Oh, got you.
What the fuck is wrong with you? All right, so listen. So
I know, I'm sorry, I don't know.
everybody, we're in this place called Cipriani. This is a very like spoken about spot in Ibiza, and everybody that like runs these like Super Slutty Snake. Shout out Super Slutty Snake. They're always talking about this place. And Stad Guy. Got to buy the dip so I can go to Chip.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So we're at this place called Cipriani, and there are women everywhere, many of them with one man at the table. One man, 5 women. One man, 8 women. Strange. There's so many women at these tables.
Odd, right?
So we have our dinner, and we're hanging out, and the vibe is going way up on this night. It's our first night in Ibiza. And we start looking around. We're like, wow, that's impressive. Wow, that's impressive. which table are we going to go to talk to try to get girls to come back and like all party and people to come back to party at the hotel? You know what the answer is, George? Every single fucking one of them. Every single girl in that restaurant left the table that they were at to come back to our double penthouse hotel in Ibiza. So we go back with about 60 people. 60 people.
How'd you fit them all in this Uber?
We walked.
One Uber.
Right. Called feet. Called our feet. It was a flying toboggan. We go to this hotel, to this double penthouse, Logan and another associate of the trip. And we asked that person. Yeah, we're all just partying, hanging out, listening to music. You know, everybody's enjoying their spirits, having a good time. And we asked that person, hey man, what's the deal with these girls? Like what's their deal? Like they're from all different countries. Like how did they get here? Who are they with? And he was like, they're all mahi mahi.
Like what?
They're all mine?
Mahi mahi.
A code word that he had been throwing around for working women. And we said to ourselves and to each other, that's not possible.
There's no
man.
way.
These
bro.
girls are like multi-million follower, hot Brazil, like smoke shows, dog. Smoke shows. Like when we saw the two at that table, that was wifey getting you a green card. You're coming back to America, and we're setting up a family on first sight, dog.
Oh, question for you guys. Did these girls have an Instagram presence?
We don't know. So which is odd because normally that you would get into that conversation, but we didn't do that. So I asked.
Because no, okay, I heard about this actually.
Bro.
Like I heard
No. This conversation, we're kind of being like facetious and beating around the bush.
Joking completely.
But
completely.
But
Yeah.
No, so I heard this, and I'm not gonna mention names, obviously out of respect, but it was a good friend of mine, which you guys know. I'll mention after the podcast. He had a girlfriend, and she like got guilty and like exposed herself and her friends, and they're really big on Instagram.
George, we know.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
know now.
That's the takeaway.
We know now.
No.
So I asked the question. I said, "Yo, which just by the way, once again, like you said, out of just curiosity and halfway joking, which one of these girls is here like working?" And his answer, all of them. Oh my! Every single girl. I said, "Brother, that's not possible.
There's no way.
There's no way. These are stunning women." I said that's not possible. So I said those two over there, it's not possible. Me and Logan been looking, saying, yo, these girls are absolutely stunning. He walks over, has a conversation, comes back 5 minutes later, 1,500. I said, what the fuck did you just say to me? 1,500. And a flight to Vienna after. I said, what the fuck did you just say? How is that fucking possible, bro? How is that? And of course we didn't pay it. Of course we don't do that, but like.
Just have a bunch of IOUs.
It's just, yeah.
Nah, you can't. But we were stunned at how true his statement was, and we later found out even like some people who are like very well known have a price.
Very well known,
Have
George.
a price.
Very
George.
well known.
You guys want to hear the story that I heard?
Yeah.
So
I think
the reason why
I'm taking a
she
risk.
confessed, and mind you, none of this is proven by me. I haven't seen, I haven't heard, but like, bro, he came to my house crying, telling me this shit, dude. Like, so like that shit, it hit hard. But basically what I heard, one of her friends, I'll just get to that part. She went to a certain area in the world and did some things for cash.
Yeah.
That she's probably not proud of, nor would her parents be proud of. And I don't know if she was absent-minded or maybe she didn't really know about the border transaction. You can't bring cash.
Oh, yeah, 10K.
So she had $150,000.
Well, I'm sorry. Who the fuck was it, dude? Fergie?
$150,000
Fucking Fergie? Madonna?
a few
we talking about,
jobs that she did.
Just say the name right now.
I'm not saying it.
We'll bleep it out.
I don't know the girl's name. I know the guy who went through this. Jesus Christ.
It wasn't. Imagine you find out your girl fucks for cash, fam.
Bro, you're beeping his name, right?
Yeah, of
Oh
course.
my God.
Hold on.
Sucks! Ladies and gentlemen, another sponsor. Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck. Researched and developed for 3 years to be made for people, not patients, Lucy has created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. Lucy also has a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: cherry, ice, citrus, and mint. Lucy lozenges and gums are FSA and HSA eligible, so you can use your FSA cards to purchase Lucy now, and it's convenient and discreet. Products can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, or even in the gym. It's 2021, so get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple. You don't even have to leave your house. Impulsive listeners, go to lucy.co and use the promo code Logan to get 20% off all products on your first order, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co and use the promo code Logan at checkout. Also, I do have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Lucy.co. Be sure to use the promo code Logan. Back to the program.
Wait, stop for a second. Before we go any further here, no, like the same way, I feel like sex workers in that space are just as acceptable and as accepted as sex workers in the space that we generally talk about nowadays.
Whoa. It depends who you're saying is accepting. I'm not accepting to this.
Sorry, no. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it's I feel like we're just like at this point now where it's like talking about this even would have been taboo like 10 years ago. And now I feel like it's almost
normal.
Well, I'm not saying that's a good or
bad
or whatever.
But I understand, dude. I get it. Actually, like I was just talking about this with Jessica. I go, yo, like, they always say sex sells. They're selling. They're selling. Like, dude, it is gotten so out of control now. Remember that thing that I called out a long time ago? The whole OnlyFans shit. Girls are like DMing their fans, and there's like an agency that like exposed them all. They're like, it's all fake. Now they're doing like legit Photoshop on there and changing their identity. So like normal girls that will work at like Trader Joe's and stuff like that will change their identity and post and do all this. So like everybody's doing it now. Like it is getting to the point where it's like hard to get a pretty girl to have a normal job because she's like, why am I gonna go work for minimum wage? Or I could be making as much as a surgeon staying in my apartment.
Crazy.
So it's like it's hard to like you can't condemn these girls because like, dude, it's low hanging fruit and they can just grab it.
I understand it.
It's hard to say no. It's hard to say no to that, especially if you're in a predicament that you need funds to help your family or do stuff. So I'm not like coming down on them. I'm just saying fuck,
like,
man.
bro, you've heard it before. Like everyone has a price, right?
Yeah.
Just never believed it.
Right.
I never believed that the price would be like that easy to grab.
No. But I mean, how much to suck a dick?
Me?
For you, yeah.
$5-6?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I got it on me.
No, but seriously, if you were into men,
yeah,
and a man who was good looking, because a lot of these women will hand select their clientele, right? They're just, it's not like the fee applies to everyone. They're specific with who. There's a price tag, and money's money, man. Yeah. And if it don't make money, it don't make sense.
I said that on the trip, bro.
Yeah.
This
At
what point
trip,
did you say that? I wanted to be there.
No,
by the way, if it doesn't make money, it doesn't make sense. We just start drinking.
This was my first time ever, and this is just one aspect of it, but I think, at least I'll speak for myself. I know Logan's had some run-ins with it before, but this was my first time, like, really being ingrained in that jet set culture, where this kind of stuff is a normality. I mean, this stuff that we're talking about is so every day in that jet set community of Ibiza and Mykonos and Saint-Tropez and all of those European areas, as well as, I'm sure, to an extent Dubai, which we'll get to in a second. But it's just it was really wild to see that it was as prevalent as it was, and just strange, man. Just a strange trip. So we got a yacht the next day and hung out. No girls on the yacht that day, just boys.
Boo.
Yeah. Logan slept the entire time. He was quite tired. This guy's been going real hard, George.
Dude. I was about to say that. You haven't stopped since the fight.
I know.
You have not stopped. How is your liver?
Non-existent.
It actually evaporated.
Deteriorated.
Gone. Deatomized.
Pixelated.
All right.
Vaporized. It's done.
When are you done? That's what I want to know.
After tonight. After tomorrow.
Wait, what's tonight?
We're going to dinner with a friend we haven't seen in a while.
Business.
Eddie?
No.
Oh.
Rich. Shout out Rich.
How was he, by the way? Didn't he get shot?
He did.
Is he okay?
He didn't get shot, but
find
his
out.
boy did.
We'll find out
tonight.
Oh, well, just tell him I
Hopefully
say
it's a
I'm glad you're
one-time.
well.
Hopefully it's a one-time thing, with the whole shooting and all. So then we left. Now, guess what? The trip deteriorated even more. Anything else in Ibiza?
Nah. Nothing that we can talk about.
Nothing.
None of you guys hooked up with a hooker?
No.
No.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I don't judge, man.
I've never
I
heard
don't
two
judge,
letters.
man.
I've never heard two letters evoke such a reaction. Because no, of course we didn't, you idiot. Why would anyone do that? What are we, fucking idiots?
I can't believe you think
Why would we ever do that? Yeah, just the fact that you would even fucking say that is disrespectful.
Why would you
I think
think
all the
that?
fame's gone to his head, bro.
Georgie.
Couple nice comments.
Bro,
You start assuming
come
your
on.
boys are
Better
fucking
than that.
horn dogs.
Better than that.
Well, I don't. To me,
Barely, but we're better than that.
can I be honest with you? To me, it's like, and I might get like a lot of shame for this. To me, what's like, I hate.
What's
I
the
hate this.
difference? Is that what you're about to say?
I'm just saying, like, if a girl's getting paid, say a girl has a high number, if she's getting paid for one and then the other girl's not, to me, it's like at least one of them is getting her bills paid.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
from an outside religious standpoint, to me that makes sense. Like, if I was a girl, like, bro, and I said this all the time, if I was a girl, and I would never hook up with a broke guy.
Wait, can you explain to me really quickly Mary Magdalene? She was a...
So the testament says that she basically she laid with a lot of men, and back in the day that wasn't okay. That
But she
acceptable.
wasn't a woman of the night.
I would have to. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I know
got it.
that she just for sure she laid with a lot of men.
Got it.
A lot of people.
like, laid around with them?
She just
Watched
kicked it with them.
Netflix?
They were in they just laid down and they like talked
Got it.
and did other things. But yeah. But I love that story. Actually, I'm glad you brought it up. So just
Welcome to Bible
a little
study.
Bible
Here we
study
go.
version. If you have done that, or you or by any things did some stuff, and maybe you changed your opinion on it, just know that she did do that, and she was the one that saw Jesus when he came back. So
Redemption.
just know that you are loved regardless of what you've done.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fire.
No, it's a great message. So then we finish up in Ibiza. And now we're going to Dubai. Now this is...
Damn, this
I
is
gotta
a
say,
great trip, guys.
brother.
Great trip.
Once again, hard to summarize. I told him already that similar to the Fifth Vital, once we move past like the area statute of limitations type shit, I might write some of this shit a little more, like back when maybe some of these people die off or change professions or whatever. We could talk about
How are
this
you gonna outlive them?
Anyways, so we go to now we're going to Dubai. Now this is where things get tricky, and I
hot.
believe
Hot?
So hot.
it's so hot.
Oh my
George,
God!
George,
Right now it's
George.
so hot.
Stupid hot. What happened?
They sent drones into the clouds to shock the clouds.
So it would rain?
Bro, they had to do something. Let me,
What?
bro.
That seems like a
Dubai
thing.
is crazy.
Let's-
you know they
let's-
build islands? They like pull them from the
Oh,
ground.
we know,
100%.
George. We're just
That's sick.
We're just living on one.
Yeah, we stayed at the Burj Al Arab, the only 7-star hotel in the world. Highest atrium in the world. Absolutely stunning. I didn't stay there the first time I went to Dubai.
I'm sorry, did you say 7 stars?
Yeah, let me
7 star.
clarify really quick. It was given 7 stars by a reporter. I told you this. It was given 7 stars by a reporter, a journalist who covered it, and said that it basically resembled 2 stars higher than a 5-star. There's no 6 or 7-star classification. The highest any hotel can have is 5-star, and the hotel itself, the Burj, has fought that label. But I understand her sentiment. It was so fucking opulent, George.
Like how nice are we talking? Get to the
George,
specifics
as
of it.
nice as you could imagine.
Unimaginable.
So like, okay.
Robed servants awaiting your arrival.
With dates.
Literally, brother. Like
With dates, there's
yes.
more prostitutes?
No.
No. You want a date?
Oh, date.
The
Got
little-
you.
the
I thought you were
little
like
su-
date.
The little sugary
Fruit.
delight.
Sugar fruit.
Yeah. You walk in, there's a little aquarium on both sides, escalators, fountains galore, more fountains, restaurants. Again, an atrium that goes up 200 to 300 feet high with color-coordinated rainbow.
How was the room service?
So the room service was great.
The food.
The food-
So here, and you know me, dude. The food was Unfortunately, sorry, Burge. The food was subpar, man.
It was. And
It really
we have to
was.
be
And
honest
it's
with
sad.
ourselves.
It's a really
Really?
sad. Now, of course, we're ordering pizza in Dubai.
The tenders were good.
The chicken
hate
tenders
you
like
guys.
this. The
Tenders
chicken
were good.
tendies were pretty top
The
notch.
pizza and chicken tenders weren't to my liking.
Those were.
Why don't you guys get Middle Eastern food?
He's right. We should have got the biryani.
It's like going to Italy and not having pizza.
It's Indian. I
Was that
think.
in the menu?
It's all on there. Anyways,
We met up with my friend Money Kicks, Rashid.
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about. You told me it might.
Yes.
There's no fucking way you could say that.
That's why I'm like, how the fuck?
There's
do you think he was
no
gonna-
fucking
I
way.
could beat around bushes. Even David, the German, saying no. Anyways, okay, we met up with Rashid.
Yeah, who took care of us? He's
Heavily.
like my Middle Eastern little brother. I've known him since he was 15. You're my Middle Eastern older brother.
No, it's just funny because I remember when Mike said that about Aiden,
Aiden
and then you
Ross.
got so butthurt about that shit. You were like, what the? You're like, dude, I've never said this ever in my life, not even one time, but I consider you like my little brother. And just,
No, it means a lot to me, bro. And I've known him for so long. I remember when I went to Dubai the first time
he's boxing, right?
this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, this Friday actually.
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah. Good
Money
luck,
Kicks.
Rashid.
He actually invited me to Dubai. He was a very sweet kid.
He's awesome, and I gave him some pointers, and I think he's gonna take the cake. But first fights are nerve wracking.
Of course,
and
of
he's
course.
prepared. But when I first went to Dubai, he was 15 years old, and I got invited to some sort of ceremony. He won an award of sorts. I forget which one it was, but when he won, and mind you, this is a very high end like ceremony in Dubai. Everyone's dressed nice. I had to wear a suit and tie. Like, this is proper. And when they call his name, I stood up. Mind you, fucking dumb American, bro. Like, when my boys get awards, yeah, let's fucking go. Like, we make a sing thing out of it.
Oh my God.
And so he gets up, he wins the award. I'm like, yeah, Rashid, you're the fucking man. No, I didn't swear. I'm like, you're the man. That's my boy. Whatever. And afterwards, he looks at me. He goes, my brother. He goes, you stood up like a man and congratulated me. I will never forget that. And so, like, to this day, bro, he takes care of us when we come to Dubai. He drove us from the airport to the hotel. He set us up at the Burj Al Arab, everything we needed, and we were able to spend some time with him. And I can't say what we were doing in Dubai just yet, but it will be one of the
Game changer.
It's the biggest move. It's one of the biggest moves I've ever made in my life.
If not the biggest.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
that people will find out about.
You know, it's so funny because you said that right now, and I thought it was bigger
Yeah.
than the thing that I knew about, and I was like, "There's no fucking way." I go, "What are you doing?" But it's the same thing.
It's the
All
same
right.
thing, yeah.
I was okay.
Yeah.
By the way, this kid is very good to be friends with. Like very good. Like not only he's like a sweet, wholesome,
You
like
don't say.
like he's like Middle Easterns, and I can say that they're very welcoming and they're very, very nice and good at hosting. They're great at hosting. Being hosted by a fucking billionaire is at a different level.
I will say, I know a lot of people. If you suck, I'm not spending time with you. I don't care how many resources you have. I don't care how much money you have. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I genuinely get along with this kid.
Yeah,
Somehow, he has maintained a very solid head on his shoulders. He's humble. He's kind. He's welcoming. He's caring, even though he has everything.
Well, we met his pops and his mom, and both very, dude. If I can make 1% of whatever the fuck they've made their whole life, I'll be set for life. And for you to have that and just, dude, the way they were so generous and kind, it's like, of course, you're going to act like your parents. So they did a great job raising him.
That was my first time in like an Arab country, territory, whatever the fuck UAE is or Dubai is. I didn't know what to expect. And I think like having grown up in like and I don't know, maybe this makes me sound like a dumbass or whatever, but having grown up like during the time of American versus Arab aggression, I was like, my first time on like the highways with like the big pictures of like the prints, like the murals of the sheikhs on the wall and like the Arab writing and stuff like that. It took me a second to like adjust to the idea that like we were going to be welcomed in a pleasant manner. Take that for whatever you want. Fuck you. But
I have been there before.
But
so-
yeah, you knew, but the country was extremely welcoming to that point.
yeah.
They loved us. I think Dubai has quickly realized the power of tourism. It's a very young place. I think they realized very quickly that tourism and hospitably welcoming all kinds, races, classes, is for their benefit. Anything else in Dubai? Great Dubai. Great food, great hotels.
Yeah.
They call it the Vegas of the Middle East.
Yeah.
Right. Completely lives up to its name. We ate at a couple different restaurants. We had some great Japanese food. We went to One Oak, Dubai. Now the issue with this trip was that we went to Dubai in fucking July.
Yeah.
Nightmare. If you've never been to the Arab Emirates or any of those areas out there, I had never experienced heat or atmosphere like
Is that what you mean? Yeah, it's hot. It's not a nightmare. It's just hot as fuck. And we're gringos.
Correct. So you walk outside and your
sweating.
life is ruined immediately. You know what I'm saying?
You
It's just
evaporate,
impossible.
But at one of the dinners, it's always a dinner.
Did you guys go to this guy's place?
Salbe? No.
No, he wasn't there. Oh, here we go. I'm happy you brought this up.
Yeah. At one of the dinners, and it always happens at dinner, as we know. I was trending on Twitter. And it's so crazy.
Suck another dick again?
No,
What's going on here?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, the time I'm the most like removed from social media, because I don't post really on stories. I don't really post on Instagram. I'm barely tweeting. Is when I'm randomly. I have these random spurts of trending for fucking I don't know what.
What did you trend for?
So, the video of me
Anti-racist.
speaking up about racism during the BLM movements went like re-viral. It caught some traction, and I was getting canceled by white supremacists, I think, or people who boo or like follow that agenda for not being racist.
I said there's nothing more 2021 than a person of color, Candice Owens, calling out a white man for standing up for persons of color.
Oh, she's the one that came after you?
Yes.
Wait,
I
is this the girl that did the Harry Styles dress thing? Is this the same girl?
I don't know, and I'll never talk about the topic ever again. Maybe
Yes.
so. But I was
Yes.
blown away.
Oh, I get that.
Blown away by and honestly, like, regardless of her sentiment or thoughts on whether racism truly still exists or whether white people have it easier than people of color,
What did
I've
she
never
say?
cringed
What did she say?
before.
I'm trying to find the tweet.
So
right now. She
he'll
might
find
have-
the
she
tweet,
might
but
have
it just
deleted it, bro.
it made me feel so disgusting, dude. Like such a clear play for clout that involved a subject that should never be brought into clout plays. Like it was just
It was here. She tweeted, "Logan loves to challenge people in the boxing ring. I like to publicly challenge him to go few rounds with me in a political debate. At Logan Paul, how about you stop by my show and explain to me how your checks notes more privileged than me because you're white and I'm not." And mind you, bro, this video is from like a year ago, and I'm not sure how it just caught any sort of traction, right? But I'm perplexed, to say the least. And I started to entertain this, actually. I ended up speaking with her, and there may be a future where we sit down and have a civil discourse because I think there's some meat on this bone. I really do. She's obviously a expert when it comes to debate, and I'm obviously a fucking idiot for the most part. But I think part of my shtick is I'm able to educate myself because as much as I joke about it, I do care about this, and I do have a semi-intelligent brain where I believe I'd be able to hold my own and what I just want to be a conversation.
it is of her belief that the these issues that many white people or many people claim people of color are up against do not exist. It's of her belief that we are at a point where we are equal in stature.
Oh, she believes that.
Yeah.
Which is
And I'm sorry if that's not entirely correct, but that's the overall sentiment of her discussion, is that it is overstated that racism still exists in America and has such an adverse effect to people of color.
You know what's sad to me is how people stir up emotions like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, you were trying to do a good thing. And for somebody to sit in a Hawkeye's view and be like, all right, I'm going to spin some issues with this. To me, it's like, isn't she supposed to be waking up every single day and causing, like, the world to turn in a good way? Why do you pick up...
For clout, for clout and views, George.
But
Here's
I get that, but that's just like, how could you sleep at night?
All
doing
of
stuff
this,
like that?
all of this just trends up and blends and creates conversation under it. Like when you go to the replies, of just bullshit. That's all. And I've realized that this is representative of the majority of conversation that happens on the internet. Yeah. But like if you scroll down to the replies, they're all about how Logan didn't write it. He's reading off of checks notes. You see the checks notes thing?
I think that was her shtick, which
No,
is annoying
I was
because
with him when he wrote it.
No, but like,
I was with you when you wrote it.
No, I already clarified this. It's my first response under the thing. Fuck, it's not. It's gone. No.
Did you respond?
I responded to my thing. I said, I wrote this on my laptop. I read it on my laptop. This is no different than your favorite news television show reading off a teleprompter. So
my question to you once again is, and it's the question that I found asking myself. Hold on a second. I just went into a hyper reality where I exist multiple times. I will be right back. The question I asked myself,
we'll be right back.
which is when do you ever respond? When do you ever respond to this shit? These fucking people, bro.
Because Candice Owens, whether you can admit it or not, is a smart person.
Sure. She definitely is a smart person.
And so I guess I'm just curious because like I just fucking fundamentally disagree with her. And I think there's a room for a conversation that could maybe lead to some people taking away something that could benefit progression.
I told you very specifically not to respond on Twitter. And I even almost did.
I shot her a DM instead.
It was good. But it's like is she smart? Yes, she's very smart.
Stupid smart.
That's the thing.
And articulate.
And so the question always comes down to, what are these very smart people utilizing their smarts for?
I know that.
Who is she working for?
That's the good
Who
question.
do you work
Who
for?
do you work for?
To me, and again, I'm not taking shots. This is just me looking at this situation. To me, it seems that you're more invested in trying to grow followers and clout than you are trying to change the world.
Absolutely.
In your way of bringing your people higher. If I had a Middle Eastern representing my people, and then I saw him doing some shit like this, I'd be like, my mans, we have so much shit to get going on.
That's her thing, and that's my issue with her whole shtick in general. Is I feel like she's unwiring progress.
That's the problem.
That's what I'm getting at.
Has
It's
been
like,
made.
yo, you just became an op.
Yeah.
You're not.
And you see how she kind of waited until...
And she did it on Twitter.
Yeah, but you see
You're
how
a
she
shitty
kind of waited. I'm not saying that she didn't. I don't know if she did, but how she kind of waited until this had blown over. Now, this is the problem with the push for equality and for people to have actual equal rights in this country, is that when the saturation of news stories and when the dire desperation around George Floyd and around all these things starts to die down, you see people start to push the goal line back. You see people start to say, maybe this isn't such a big problem. And all of a sudden, you start back right where you fucking started with George Floyd again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because the urgency is reduced by this sort of conversation. That's why I almost am just like, why even fucking entertain it, bro? Why even go and have it? It's like, I thoroughly believe that the oceans are not filled with water. They're filled with milk. Therefore, global warming does not exist. Do you want to debate me on it? Do you want to?
Yeah, I would.
You actually want to?
I would.
Or do you want to just say, yo, fuckface, sit down.
Yeah.
Let the big boys work.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's just I don't know. It's a fucking tricky topic, bro.
Oh, that breaks my heart, man. It really does.
On this topic, my grandmother called me yesterday. She's 91. Screaming. Screaming. The fucking migrants! They're coming over the border!
The migrants?
The migrants! They're coming by the thousands, and Biden's sending them east to New York on planes.
Oh, no.
The what?
The migrants from Mexico. They're coming by the thousands. Like, bro, my grandma's having a stroke in real time. I love her. The fucking migrants are coming. They're sending them east. It's Biden. I said, is this shit still happening? I thought this stuff ended. I said, Grandma, you're not watching your cooking shows today. What are you watching? I'm on Fox News and the migrants. I'm like, all right, listen, dude. Let me talk to you for a sec, Granny, real quick. You're 91 years old. Cause the first thing I said to her was like, listen.
Why you care?
Dude. No, yeah, okay. Let's work through all this, and this goes back to this Candice Owens thing to a little bit. But she said, and on top of it, California's burning to the ground. You gotta get out of there. I said, Grandma, I'm driving my Range Rover down the highway right now. There's people outside drinking, smoking, having a great time. The world is fine. Yeah, taxes are a little high. There's a few homeless people here. Don't get me fucking wrong. But I assure you, we are not sitting in a pool of lava as the news has implored you to think. Okay? And she's like, you gotta go. I go, listen to me for a second. What if the news was true? What if the migrants were coming by the millions? And by the way, bringing sicarios with orders to kill one family member per household. And your house is up next. You have a broken hip. You are 91 years old. And you don't know the difference between a cooking show and Hannity. I'm sorry. What the fuck are you saying right now? And it dawned on me that people out there are still doing this. They are still watching the news and screaming at the television. I thought that shit ended.
No, bro.
No,
bro.
She's like, why won't you? She said to me the following. Why won't you just listen to the newsman?
No, Mikey.
Why won't you? This is not a individual incident, isolated.
Why won't you listen to
Why
the
won't you
newsman?
just listen to the newsman and get out of there? It's burning down.
Because he has a boss with an agenda and he's reading off a teleprompter.
That was provided by the
Oh,
fucking...
you should speak about reading some teleprompters, asshole.
That was provided by the sponsors of the show. It's just so... It's sad, bro. And she won't snap out of it.
Well, you know what? Let her be, man.
Not because she's gonna... Have you ever seen an old person's head explode?
Once. Wasn't pretty.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm trying to avoid
What
that.
happened on this trip?
An old person's head exploded. The trip, it was over.
I don't know, man. I feel like throughout time, everybody's kind of led their people through fear. You know what? I actually debated this with my church, bro. I went head to head with my church.
I'd pay to see that.
Bro, I went head to head and my mom and dad were so mad. A lot, not just my church. They don't do that anymore, by the way. They would change this, but a lot of churches don't. Actually, this is probably a tip. Never mind. I don't want to talk about this.
When you just said all that, did you say anything?
No, because I realized where it was going, and I know Judd's gonna cut it. So it's like, fuck it.
Don't
I'm not
be
even
so
gonna waste my
sure
time.
about
All right,
Judd, bro.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why did Chelsea Handler show up to your house when we were having dinner that one night?
I know where this is going. I also don't think I can talk about that because I know where you want to go with this conversation.
I'm not going anywhere.
I know where you want to go with this conversation.
Got high with Chelsea Handler, didn't you?
No, I can't talk about this.
No.
I can't talk about this. Just because I don't want to blow that one.
All right, got you. All right. Hey,
Sorry,
guys,
sorry.
Whoa.
Another good story, Room by George.
No, because I know where you're gonna go with it, bro. I don't know that.
No, she was there. We were there.
We could say it in a fun, delightful way,
Cool.
not where you want to go with
No,
it.
we had dinner. Your parents cooked dinner for us. We all had dinner, and it was one of those things where you're like, this is crazy.
Can we start over? Because like,
No.
very touchy, bro. Like this kid.
Why are you doing that with your fingers? Those are nipples. Do that one
just
time.
very touchy.
No.
All I wanted to be able to say in the course of that entire evening was one sentence. Just one sentence. I said it, but I don't think it landed properly. But it was Greg. Chelsea Handler, meet Greg Paul. I was so excited to say that, just because I think it's so indicative
Bro.
of like where we are in our lives, where anything can happen.
My
Miss
father was there,
I
dude.
introduced you to Greg Paul,
Yo.
and he's just like, "How the fuck you doing?"
Greg Paul is the epitome of the white male that Chelsea Handler is so vocally against and hates.
Yes.
The
All right.
fact that they were in the same room. No, everyone knows that. She told me. One of our conversations, she goes, yeah, all men are fucking idiots. And I'm like, I know, we're so dumb. And she's like, she goes, especially like the white man. You guys are just like, blah. And I go, I know, blah. I do it all the time. We're the worst. Oh, I hate
I
me.
knew this is where you were going with
I
it.
hate
This
me.
is exactly what I said. Don't.
No.
Now I'm gonna have to jump in on this story.
No.
I FaceTime Joe Coy when I'm having dinner. It's Logan's last night, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna invite people over to my house. I FaceTime Joe Coy and he answers with Chelsea Handler, and I shit bricks, but just shit. I was like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do here,
Like, actually?
because I don't want to piss Joe off. Joe's like my mentor in stand up, and I was like, yo, you guys want to come over? Dude, it's Chelsea Handler. She has no business hanging out with a fucking person like me. And she goes, yeah, what do you guys? You have enough food for all of us? And I go, yeah, and just. I was like, there's no fucking way. I just got used to Joe Coy coming over. This girl pulls up. And by the way, she's turned as fuck.
She's lit.
She brought the fucking party. I was like, oh, this chick is off right now. I immediately run upstairs. GP, look at me. Listen, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut
We
the
all
fuck
told
up.
my dad.
All
We
the
go
jokes that you
say-
want. And I ran to my dad. Dad, shut the fuck up. Do not say any jokes as if it's sexist or anything, because no one's going to understand that you're joking. Please, shut the fuck up. My dad goes, yeah, absolutely. I won't say that. Don't worry about it. I go to GP, please, for the love of God, do not, for the love of my fucking career, do not say anything stupid. He goes, listen, man, I'm just going to tell you right now. You're going to shut the fuck up, and you're not going to tell me what I'm going to say. I go, GP, please, bro, it's my house. He's like, he goes, no, it's your house, but it's my mouth, buddy. I get to say whatever the fuck I want.
I'm
And
actually
then my
starting to
dad
like
gets
it.
stirred up. He goes, yeah, you know what? I'll say whatever the fuck I want. I go, no. This is my house, all right? And this is my fucking rules. If this girl goes, I hate all white men, guess what you're all doing?
Yeah.
Hating white men.
Fuck white men.
Yeah, white men, fuck them. I go, because I got to make it, okay? And then when I make it, then we can start talking how we want. And he goes, well, so you're fake? And I go, yeah, I'm fake as fuck right now, okay? Because I don't know what the fuck is happening. And he goes, well, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want, and if she wants to hear it, she can hear it. I start sweating. I go, this is it. This is the best day of my life and easily going to become the worst night of my life. And then I see Logan. He's holding a plate. Chelsea comes in. By the way, so charming, so nice. Gives everybody a hug. Logan, hi, Chelsea.
No, I didn't say it like I didn't.
Hi. I go, oh no, fucking
no,
way.
I did not say that.
Oh
I
my
did
god!
not
And
say
she
it
goes,
like
hi,
that.
Logan. He goes, how you doing, Chelsea?
No. Here's what
And then he
happened.
starts pouring himself food, and I literally whisper, I go,
No.
what the fuck was that?
Bro, stop. So next to all the Middle Eastern dishes were some pre-rolls. So I got a little stony bologna. I was a little stoned.
Both of them were turned, by the way.
We were both turned. So I'm flipping this plate, like waiting for my turn, and she's sitting there, and she had introduced herself to everyone except me yet. This is my time. I go, I'm like, hi, Chelsea Handler.
That's what he thought he said.
Like a fucking
But it
weirdo.
sounded like Chelsea Handler. I was like, what in
And
the
she-
fuck? And by the way, he's my most proud friend. Out of all the people I invited over, I was excited about this one. And then I was like, I don't even know. I share a podcast with him.
She goes, hi, how are you? I go, hi, how are you?
Dude, and I'm just pouring my plate. And I'm watching this shit burn. And I'm like, oh my
I
gosh.
fucking blew it. I'm such an idiot. She's right. We suck, us men, dude. I have
By
no
the way,
brain. I
she
have
was
no
so
brain.
fucked up that when she said goodbye to all of us, she went upstairs.
to the
And
bathroom.
Joe Coy he was egging her on. Bro, they have a funny relationship.
They're like brother
they
and
roast
sister.
each other.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, Chelsea, the exit's upstairs, like in any building. You go up to leave.
Even though
Bro, we're outside and we're enjoying the night. And by the way, guys, like for me to be in the position I'm in, I have I'm not trying to act like this is an everyday thing, bro. I'm sitting there shitting fucking bricks of every moment that's happening. And she's outside, mind you. Joe Coy, when he says jump, I'm like, how high, whatever you want to do. I've never seen anybody talk to Joe Coy the way she's talking to just obliterates him. And I'm just sitting there like my balls hurt. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to take it out
They're
on me.
roasting each other.
Bro, they're going back and forth. I'm watching like a Netflix special in front of me. Just roasting each other. No fucking lines,
Yeah.
bro. All lines crossed. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is the fucking greatest thing I've ever had. in my
well,
life.
Joe's always like that. He doesn't have any lines anyway.
No,
so
doesn't
it's
give a
like-
fuck. Now imagine her being able to roast him at a higher level. I was like, what the
It
fuck?
was really fantastic.
We were laughing about
I
it
try-
30
I-
minutes after they left.
I tried for 1 second, and I went up to her and I said, hi, Chelsea, my name is Mike. And she went, like the most, like, I don't want to see you or whatever you are so much that I literally went, I just walked out, dude. Like, but by that point, like, I think she was a little sloshy, but like, it was what I expected. So I just went back outside and sat alone outside.
I don't know if it was on Joe or if it was on her, but like, I do have to give her credit for showing up to a party where like she knew no one, and she just kind of walked in and
owned the room.
Yeah. Like,
Bro,
I was very impressed.
So impressed. And I'm not here like trying to like suck up to her, but like her ability, like, dude, like, she's huge, and she's been in this industry for
forever.
Years.
She just did call her daddy right after that
she
night.
Did.
She
Bro,
went and sat with Alex.
Yeah.
Bro, like, I grew up watching her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it was really weird for me to open my front door and her just come in, hug my dad, hug my mom, shit, like just fucking shoot the shit with people.
Yeah.
And
Shit to shoot.
it was astonishing how she like just checked off all the boxes.
You love her.
Love her. I love her.
Yeah,
I think she held her own.
Yeah.
She's so respectful.
Yeah. Or
Even if she didn't agree with you, she was still fucking fun.
Yeah.
So
you love her,
yeah,
or you have to say that.
Yeah.
I want to get on stage with Joe Coy. I don't know what the fuck to do. No, I'm just kidding. No, she was fucking amazing.
I hope
great,
I hope
yeah.
to hang out with her again when she's when we're both sober.
Speaking of
No, you definitely dropped the ball. I was by the way, I was super sober.
Dropped the
He
ball
dropped
like a
it.
I was
fucking
like
Right on the
catching
ground.
all this shit.
absolute moron.
drop the Pokemon ball right on the ground.
But what a fucking interesting life.
The one that we live?
Dude, what
Insane.
an interesting life, man. Like,
fucking saying, bro, I was supposed to be fucking not here. Like, not in this seat.
Bro, imagine being in Dubai
Yeah.
and meeting a fucking
That whole
Like
point,
this?
yeah. So as you guys noticed, that entire
Section got cut.
It just got bleeped.
Yeah.
It didn't get cut. It got bleeped. But it is a story that will eventually come out. J-Lo,
or fucking being
or when you just get to Dubai.
oh, boo! Mike, you
Mike
suck!
sucks.
It's because all the drugs you took, boo!
It's gonna get bleeped anyways. Dubai. Listen,
Delta.
Airlines. J-Lo
And Batman.
and Ben Affleck
Back at it again.
fired it back up, boys. Fired it back up.
You know,
She said
that's fucking
she
crazy.
brought- yeah. She said A-Rod, a
Billionaire.
flawed. Like, dude, how did this happen? How the fuck? Bro, all this. Okay, because I'm going to say. So let's explain this. In 2003 or 2002, they
Almost
dated.
20 fucking
Yes,
years.
yes,
What
20 years.
in the fuck?
They dated. Then, and they took an infamous boat pic where he had his hand on her pootie, right? Now, the other day, last week, fresh out the breakup with A-Rod, she got to another pic with her with the hand on the booty. I'm waiting on Logan to pull it up. I don't know if he actually gets there or not. I think just.
Do you guys have any idea like what is going on in their head? If you really love somebody, broke up, are in the fucking industry, killing it, both of you guys. 20 years later, you guys are like, you know what? I still love you. We'll still try to make this work. Dude, the stories at dinner.
Bro, there's.
You know
pic.
what I mean? The
There's-
stories
There,
right
there
there.
it is. There it is.
Unbelievable.
By the way, Ben. Dude,
This looks like it was planned.
yeah, maybe. But after all that Ben is, and Ben's been through a lot.
Look at him biting his lip.
Ben's been through the ringer, bro. He still looks good, bro. He's what, like, how old is he now?
He looks
50
good.
something?
That's what you're talking about?
Doug,
He looks
Doug,
good.
Doug, listen. we
That
know
girl's over 50 years old.
You're just all you're envisioning right now is him and Chelsea Handler naked on a boat. I know what's going on in your mind. Okay.
I don't lay like this with women. It's an interesting post.
Yeah,
just
why
like
is he
this,
doing
like
that?
ass is mine.
I actually stand like that all the time.
No, stand.
I mean, sit like that. I sit
You
like that all the
sit-
time.
Like, what's he looking at?
butt.
The back of her head.
It's
Yeah.
J-Lo's butt. What are you getting at, man?
I'd look at the back of her head for some time.
I think he has his left hand under her there also.
It's just an interesting, like it's like you'll be all right, kid. Get back in there, suck it up, go hit that home run.
Who are you talking about? A-Rod?
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Yeah. Do you guys
What a
ever?
good-looking
Do you
couple,
guys
though, huh?
ever like Do you guys ever two things? Do you ever get worried about like who the girl you're currently? Because like, how do you think A-Rod feels right now, bro? Like Ben Affleck, A-Rod, they're both leaders in their own respective lanes.
When I find that an ex of mine is with a dude who is a baller,
I know what you always say the same thing.
I think it's dope.
You say good for her.
Good for her. That's tight.
Yeah,
Good for her.
But you mean it?
I swear.
Oh, okay, cool.
Swear.
Second question. You guys fucking volley through those fucked up, dirty, filthy pasts of yours because I know you guys are both sickos. Is there a girl? Well, you can't answer this question, George. You can, Logan. You'll know why in a second.
Oh, by the way, I didn't answer the first one, and I wouldn't mind either.
Oh, sorry. Okay. You're cool with it too?
It's not that I'm cool or not. I just like once they leave my like world, I wish them the best. I just don't involve myself with who that they are.
Got it.
Doesn't
This one
bother.
you can't answer. I'm serious.
Okay.
Logan, when you look back into your past portfolio of just some of the most beautiful, stunning women on this planet, is there anyone that you wish you could retake that boat pick with? Like, is there just one locked in there that you're just like, damn, man, the one that got away, like, shit, if I could call her right now and make this all better, I would.
I wish I didn't go to the basketball game with Corinna.
You just change a shirt.
You said you wish you didn't go to the game with? Got it.
That pick is ridiculous.
Yeah,
bro.
that's the most ridiculous.
Why are we both in fucking bright yellow at a basketball game looking so uncomfortable?
Pull it up. You look like two canaries went to a basketball game. Or like you know what you look like? You look like two peeps. You know Easter peeps?
Oh yeah.
The little those.
Yes.
You look like two peeps, bro, that went to a basketball game together
look at this
and made
look how
stupid faces.
Stupid, bro.
Like, bro, zoom in a little bit more.
So stupid,
Just-
bro.
just-
It just looks like after the video when the two stepbrother and stepsister fucked and they were like, I can't believe we did that. I can't believe mom's
Look at
gonna kill us,
Corinna,
bro.
What? Am I that bad company that
Bro,
this
it looks like Stephen Hawking just explained the space-time continuum to the both of you for 6 hours and didn't let you go to the bathroom.
Look, there she smiled.
In this one, it looks like you're saying turkey breast.
Look at
in her-
look
like-
at the title. Logan Paul and Corinna Kopf dating despite previously calling him sick.
I think, and we found out later that she meant like sick.
I had the Delta variant. Oh. Ooh. Is it hot? Is it hot? No, it's not hot.
I actually
It's not even that hot. Hiya!
Yep. I can answer that though. I could answer that. And I've never broken up with a girl in my life. I've never sat her down.
Just get dumped
Oh,
on
actually
her.
one. I broke up with one.
King of getting dumped.
Because I can't do it, bro. Like the only reason I broke up with that one girl that I did because she was just a fucking bitch. She was mean, bro. So I was like, I can't do you anymore. We're done.
Was there anything about we brought David the German videographer on here for a second. Was there anything on the trip that you remember? Like, what was your biggest highlight of the past week?
Jet skiing in a hot tub.
Jet skiing in a hot tub. The water in Dubai was like 115 degrees.
Really fucking hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that
It was
sounds cool. So you could just jump in and just come back out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was mind blowing.
that was the coolest part. And the mahis. Great fucking menu. Not gonna lie, but
Well, you know what that means now, bro.
I was the one using it first
I bet you were.
in that whole context. And actually, one of my good friends that is a promoter in LA told me 3 years ago, every girl has a price tag. Every girl, at least in the city.
Crazy.
Dude, I've seen the city. A lot of guys here have a very lower price tag.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. That's it. It's over. Thank you for listening to this episode of Impulsive. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And we'll see you next time that we see you. Bye.
This is the last time we're wrapping up. That's how you want to laugh it up here?
Yeah.
You fucking bitch.
The memories I've had in this house
Oh,
are
it's-
truly unforgettable. and I just want to thank everyone who's been with me along this journey, including my friends and my family. How was that?
That was nice.
Oh, this is crazy. This is the last time. Dude, every single TV show has like an awesome exit, and this is over. Oh,
I mean, it was pretty awesome. I don't know. I want to do our debrief on the set.
I don't like exits. I think it's just we're just moving.
I got it.
okay, name your favorite moment on the set. Name your favorite
I
moment
had
on the
sex
set.
with a girl right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too, actually. But over here, though.
But the girl that I had sex with has been on this podcast.
The girl I had sex with was the same girl that you had sex with.
I have
No,
not
I'm just
had
kidding, I'm
sex
kidding,
with
I'm kidding.
anybody on this podcast.